How's everyone doing today? So I am tired. I have run 3 times in the last three. No, you can see I'm tired. I've run once every day for the last 3 days, not 3 times over 3 days. So in the last 3 days, excluding today, excuse me, I've done a total of 17 kilometers. And so I'm feeling it. Like my bones, my muscles, everything is just feeling like it needs to recover. And so, sure, I'm battling to just feel energized today, and that's okay. We all have days where we are a little bit more tired and we need, sure, excuse me. I'm sorry if that's making you yawn. Um, and so I need to try and just find the energy to wake up and speak. So sorry, guys. Sorry I'm yawning, but it's just one of those days. And I've just been thinking that I think I've read, not so much anymore, but lately, more when I was a bit younger, every self help book that came out at one point. And has it helped me? I don't know. And so I wonder, you get these YouTube channels that talk about reading books and how, if you read this book, it'll change your life. And I'm not sure that books have changed my life. Maybe they've added to my life, maybe they've added ideas, and maybe they've helped me question things, but I'm not sure that a book has changed my life in any way, which gets me to wonder and think about, if we want to change our lives, can we ever change our life? That's interesting. I suppose we can by taking dramatic steps, like big things will change your life: getting married, moving overseas, taking a certain job, saying no to a certain job, losing a job, quitting a job. Big things will change your life, but would reading a certain book actually have an effect on your life? It's a very good question. I'd love to know if any of you, even if you're watching this a year, 2 years down the line, if you want to leave a comment and say what changed your life. Oh, excuse me. It's Joe. I just feel tired today. But I haven't been super consistent with exercise for a while. And I just had energy, maybe because we've been eating a lot of cake. I shouldn't be talking about cake, but we've baked a cake like sort of every few days. Again, it's been 3 cakes, so maybe 3 runs for 3 cakes. I don't know, but we've had a chocolate cake in the house for like the last, I don't know, 10 days. And me, my son, and my partner, we all love sweets and cake. I mean, obviously, it's in moderation to a degree. We're just going through a phase. I know we'll get sick of it. But yeah, there's been a lot of bad food and, sorry, excuse me, running. And I'm trying to now get myself energized enough to make a proper video for my main channel. The good news is I got my third YouTube payment. I say fourth because if I had been able to not monetize, what is the word? Verify my account earlier, it might have been my fourth. But anyway, so I got my third YouTube payment, which is only 1,200 Rand, which is not a lot. It's not even, it's like a tank of petrol, maybe just a bit more than a tank of petrol. So it's not a livable salary, but it is a start. It is a start. So I haven't even broken even yet, considering I've paid for the microphone and the lights that are behind my phone right now. Of course, there's internet, there's data, there's all kinds of things that go into a YouTube channel. I have bought earrings so that I have something shiny and blingy. This is all for my main channel now. This channel is just for sheer fun. As you can see, it's just me in my raw, real, honest state, yawning my head off if I feel like it. But I'm so grateful that, yeah, it's happening. It's happening. It's happening. I'm monetized. So that's wonderful and good. But again, I've said it before and I'll say it a million times over. YouTube is not a get rich quick scheme at all. So if any of you are thinking about YouTube, you've got to think of it as a hobby, as something on the side, as something for the long haul. And it's quite a thing to get into. It's the learning curve for me has been steep like this. I'd say now I'm quite settled into what YouTube is and what it involves. Sadly, some of my illusions have been shattered. I thought YouTube was a lot more just people sharing out of the goodness of their hearts. Unfortunately, a lot of it is money driven, and it would be because it is a platform where you can make money. So I don't know why I thought anything different. I used to think that these YouTubers were maybe, I wouldn't say my friends, but you feel a connection with the person that's talking, which is great. So that is what this channel is. This channel is for me. So if you're here, welcome. It's the channel for just intimate connection. This channel is not about advertising and making money and selling you stuff. Neither is my main one really, but this one is just for me to vent, to share, to connect on a human level, because we all struggle. We all get tired. We all question things. We all feel inadequate. We all feel insecure. And it's to just share all these things. It's just the humanness of being human. And being human is so hard. It's so wonderful, but it's also so difficult at times. And I don't know about you, but at times I've got all the energy in the world to tackle this thing called living and being human. And then at other times, I just run out of energy and I'm exhausted. And like now, I had a little lie down on the couch I'm sitting on. I had a little lie down. And then I thought, no, let me just sit up and start talking, because I do need to just get flowing. And it's funny how talking, like anything in life, there's an art to talking, there's an art to communicating and being in front of a camera, and it's a skill that you need to practice. So I invite all of you who are watching to just, if you're thinking about starting a YouTube channel, I don't want to put you off. I think it is something that's really worthwhile, and I think it has made me more confident in many ways, and it has made me both, I don't know, like I see my facial flaws and I'm so much more accepting of them. At the same time, I'm like more secure and also insecure. I can't describe it. And I'm also far more, I'm okay with looking my age now, thank goodness. What else? I don't know. It's just, maybe I'm just seeing things more clearly, or I'm just seeing through the bullshit of YouTube because I'm on YouTube. And now I'm starting to see, like when you look at your own analytics and you look at the videos that do well, and then they tell you to double down on the ones that do well, then you can start to see that every channel has an agenda, and of course they do. And then you just start to sort of realize that, like with all of life, it's a game. And with all of life, social media is a game. People are on there only showing what sells, what's funny, what's good, what's going to make you laugh, what's going to keep you watching. And so it's not a true reflection of life at all, sadly. But we go on there thinking it is, because we think, well, these are not actors, these are not Netflix TV creations, these are not movies, they're not scripted, maybe, whatever the case may be. It's someone in their home. You kind of think, well, it's informal. But make no mistake, there is an agenda, and it's not real life. If people showed you their real boring lives and all their worries and all their struggles and all their self-doubt and financial struggle, it would be boring, depressing, and not really entertaining. So sorry to say, but I just say that so that we can safeguard our minds when we watch what looks like real people living their real lives on social media. It is not. It is just another form of infotainment. It is another form of creating something so that advertisers can advertise. And even my main channel, which has monetized, advertisers are obviously advertising on my channel, and I need to also only put out content that is, you know, because they say, is it safe for kids? Is it safe for advertising? Is it safe? You've got to follow the guidelines, the community guidelines, which is fine. I don't want to be controversial. I don't want to swear. I'm not into hate speech and all that. But I guess what I'm trying to say is that it's not true, real life. And I think YouTube never will be. So, yeah, you might get snippets of someone's life, and hopefully that creator is pretty open and pretty honest. I mean, I try and share things that only really work for me and in my life and what's genuinely helpful, but it doesn't mean that it's not the full picture. It's not the full picture. It's not the picture of me with all of my worries and all of my insecurities and me thinking, oh, am I a good parent? Did I say that right? Did I get this right today? I should have done that better. What about tomorrow? Oh, we should budget here, cut back there. You know, all the things that make up a life, the doubt, the questions, the sitting there worrying about this or that, which is very human. I think the only channel that I would say is as real as can be is Eckhart Tolle. He, because he nails it. He nails it. I mean, life, number one, is very boring, and no one wants to actually really admit that, not often. But life is boring. It's mundane. It's repetitive. I've said this before as well. Yes, you can go on holiday, but you can't go on holiday forever. Yes, you can have, like, we've had cake, which is an exciting meal, but you can't eat cake every day. Eventually, you get sick of it. What else? I mean, there's the school routine. Life is routine and repetition, and yeah, it's exciting to be on YouTube, but now it's repetitive because it's just sitting down and talking. Like any job, it becomes work, it becomes a job. There's life. There is feeding yourself, washing yourself, cleaning your home, going to work, fetching the kids, helping them with homework, cooking dinner, brushing your teeth. That is life. And it's these small, ordinary moments that are truly beautiful, but they don't make for exciting entertainment on YouTube. And so on YouTube, I find so much of what's out there is misleading the youngsters, because it's like newspaper and magazine articles. It's these screaming headlines, these clickbaity things. And I think we all know this, but we just need reminding, excuse me, sure, that life is not like YouTube. Life is not like Netflix. But speaking of Netflix, one of the series that we enjoyed this weekend, I didn't know that it would be so good, is Below Deck. So if you've ever watched Below Deck, I don't know why in South Africa we've only got season 7. I don't see the other seasons available, but it's really entertaining. It's about Is it a yacht? Yeah, it's a motorized yacht. I think it's what it's called, a ship. The yachts that you can charter and hire. So it's about the crew that live and work on the yachts. It's really interesting. I guess it's just because it's something different. But yeah, we enjoyed that. So if you're looking for something to watch on Netflix, there is that. And as you can see, I'm still taking a nice break, giving my nails a lovely break. So that's about it, really. I just needed to wake up. Oh, and it's school holidays. So it's the Easter holidays. What is the date today? It is the 25th of March. Yeah. So Easter is in March this year, which I find strange. Usually it's always in April. But anyway, it's come early, or I don't really know how it lines up, but it's school holidays. So my son is with me at home, and I'm enjoying some mommy time with him, some extra time, although he's a teenager and he just wants to game, as they all do. But we're having good weather, which is really nice. So in South Africa on the East Coast, March, April, and May tend to be really beautiful weather months. So I would suggest if anyone wants to come, these are the times, the months to come. So what else? That's it. And then tonight I'm going to cook supper, and my plan is to cook lasagna tonight. So we're having real feasts. So I'm trying not to gain too much. I can feel the extra padding. I carry it more in my legs, but I can feel it here in my arms too. But that's my life, is very normal. YouTube hasn't actually changed how I live my life. Not yet. Maybe it will. But I am still so grateful that I have actually managed to make money doing something that really is fun for me, talking. I've always loved talking. My mom and my stepfather always say they remember when I was a little girl, they were driving to or from somewhere I think they'd been on holiday, and I was sitting in the car. And back then I should have had a seatbelt on, but it wasn't a big thing. Seatbelts were not a thing like they are today. And I was in between, in between the two seats. And I was talking. I said, and you know what my other favorite thing is to do is talking. And so they always remember that. And as a young girl, I used to record myself. We used to have cassette recorders and dictaphones and things. And I always got hold of the cassette recorder, and you could push the two buttons and record yourself on a cassette tape. And I would record myself talking for hours and hours. So clearly it is a thing that I enjoy. And I think if you don't like talking, YouTube is not for you, obviously. But I mean, yeah, that's it really. I guess what I would like to impart with these informal videos is that your life, exactly as it is, as boring, quote unquote, as it may seem, is wonderful, because we all live boring lives. At the end of the day, even an interesting life is ultimately boring. Even if you're an actress, that becomes mundane and routine too. I think anything is just, life is just life. No one is special. No one is better than anyone else. And I know we're all seeking that high. That's why we escape through drugs and alcohol, and we try and numb ourselves, TV watching and all that. But just know that you're okay. You're doing okay. And if you're doing the best that you can and your intentions are good, you've won the lotto. That's it. That's all that anyone can ask of you. So I hope that you enjoyed watching this, and I'll see you guys in the next one. And let me get speaking properly and wake up. Okay, bye. Bye bye.